So I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something for real now. So obviously, with the title of this video, you guys know what it's going to be about. It's living life now, uh, having MRSA or being a carrier. Um, so the thing now is that I'll always be a carrier for it. I will always have the ability to pass it on to somebody else now. Um, Luckily, it's not airborne or anything. It's through bodily fluids. So this is something now um, that I'm essentially going to have to live with for the rest of my life. Once you're a carrier, you stay a carrier, and that's it. You don't ever not carry it. So one of the things I have to be super careful of now is contact with people. Um, if I notice myself bleeding or something, I have to immediately take myself away. Um, Luckily enough, they bleed a whole lot during football, so that's good. But it's just something you always have to be cognizant of now. And so while I'm lucky to have survived it, because it is very deadly, um, and we've treated it a lot with antibiotics, we've overtreated it. So the strain that I had is very antibiotic resistant, requiring both surgery and antibiotics to take care of it. And antibiotics are very, very strong. As you see hanging in the bag behind me, I'm currently taking them as we go, as I talk. Um, so this isn't really a chapter of life that ever stops now, and that's the crazy part. Is this isn't something that you just heal from and it goes away. It'll always be here now. It'll always be my little reminder, my little friend that I carry around. Um, which is kind of a hard pill to swallow. It's a weird thing because you go through life and you don't think that something like this is going to happen. And it may not seem like a huge deal because I survived it. But how many people, I mean, especially with as quick of an onset that this was, most people don't just, like the day before I was just fine. And then life changed the next day. And you don't ever think that. You don't ever think, well, just how life, one day you can be just fine. And the next day life can be completely different. And you don't ever think of that. I never did, at least not for the most part. Most people just go on about their day and they don't ever think about how just in such a short period of time life can be so completely different. Um so it really humbles you. It um makes you sit and think, just like um you'll just have to watch the video and see, lol. Texting Gorilla Bear Tech. But you just don't. I don't know. It's just weird. You never think how different life can be. I mean, And that was Beast of the East that was texting me just now. Which y'all probably both will see this video. But you never think about how I don't know, dude. It's mind boggling. Like, I knew with the amputation I was, essentially gonna have an amputation. But like, that hit different, and I knew how I got that. That was my own stupidity of not getting something, not being as aggressive in treating something that I should have been. This, as soon as I knew something was wrong, I went totally and did what I was supposed to do. But the reaction time, the turnaround time was less than 24 hours. And in 24 hours, this MRSA came in and did a lot of damage. A lot. Okay? You don't ever... It's so mind-boggling that I can't get the words out to describe just how quick it was. I still don't completely understand it. But all I know is one day I was fine, and less than 24 hours later, my life was in danger. And it's so crazy to think about. It's insane. And I guess it's just something that until you're faced with it, you never really think. And when you have doctors saying, "Hold on, buddy," and everything like you do in the movies, you think that's like an encouraging scene. But when it's happening to you in real life, it's scary because you know you're in trouble. And this is another thing where they told me that, and the same surgeon who saw me for my amputation saw me during this trip. And she actually, agreed that had I not gone through and done what I did, to lose all that weight and start eating healthier and living healthier, I might not be here. Probably wouldn't be. Because I was having a hard enough time fighting off sepsis in a healthier state. Imagine if my health was what it was a couple years ago. I probably wouldn't be here making this video, dude. Probably not. I would not be here making this video. And that's the scary part. That's the part that makes me, absolutely fear that's the part that makes me fear what could have happened. Because I know very well what could have happened. And I don't know, man. This is hard to wrap my head around. I'm here, though, and I'm on the mend, and I'm getting better, but tomorrow's not guaranteed, man. And it could happen just like that. Just like that. And the thing is most people, when you think of just like that, you think of, I might go outside and get into an accident, I might get hit by a car, I might get shot, I might get stabbed, whatever. It doesn't have to be that. It could be an infection that in 24 hours takes your life. And you could not even know how you got it. I always check my feet now. Since my amputation, I always check my feet. I always check for open wounds. I always make sure everything looks good. I don't know how I got it. But what I know is the unknown thing that I don't know how I got, sure as hell almost took me out. And I don't even know where it came from. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Spent all this time running from COVID, ran right into MRSA. And MRSA, if y'all don't believe me how deadly it is, just know that even after you recover, 21% of people who recover from MRSA, who recover from the initial infection, die within the first year. So I could be that 21%. I'm not saying I hope I am. I hope I'm not. But this road is going to be a long road to recovery. I could be that 21% that doesn't make it. And that's scary. It's real scary. But I'm going to go on and I'm going to continue living healthy. And I'm going to continue taking care of myself. Eating better and watching what I eat and, allowing myself treats here and there, but really knowing that if I slip up and if I slip into my old habits, this could take my life. It could still take my life. And it just needs to be, I need to remember that. And I need to make better choices. I need to do, I just need to be better. It's needing to be better, wanting to get better, and getting better that got me to be able to overcome this. And it's those things that are going to get me to continue to overcome this. I'm not going to lie. Man. I was scared. And anyone who wants to call me a punk or whatever for being scared, do it. I don't care. I was in sepsis. My body was shutting down. And my body was absolutely shutting down. And that's not a comforting feeling, man. That's not something that feels good. It was a fight for my life. And I'm glad that seemingly I'm on the other side of it. But just gotta know I can't get lazy in this, man. I can't. Once I'm able to get back up and start walking, like fully and running, going back to the gym, I need to realize that this gym, the day I stepped foot back in it, the day I made the decision to live healthier was the first day of the rest of my life. But that gym is that gym to me is like Narcotics Anonymous or an Alcoholics Anonymous place or a treatment place for people with substance abuse. Let's face it, you don't get to 430 pounds by not abusing food. You don't. So that gym to me is, it's like a substance abuse center for an addict. And without that and without my treatment of eating better and exercising, I wouldn't be here right now. That's a thought that that's a thought that is, how do I say it? It's scary, but it's also humbling at the same time. I'm my mom's caretaker, and she depends on me. And she almost lost her son. the fight ain't over, but I mean, it's not over. We're a long way into it. And it's, I don't know what to say. I just know that I'm glad I changed when I did. I'm glad I started taking better care of myself when I did. I don't know, man. Words can't really describe it. I'm getting stuck on my words a lot, and that doesn't happen to me often, but just know that I have to continue to live different. I can't go back to the way I used to be, because the way I used to be would have put me in my grave. It's not really a thought people want to think of, but it's the reality of what it is. Later.